supporting for Cadred.org. I'm here at the last day of Epic 6, and with me is Quiver from TLR. Okay, first question, you can probably guess what it's going to be about. The organisation seems to have been a bit shambolic for you coming into the event. So, first question, as a player, what's your take on what's happened with your management team?
Well, we weren't that annoyed. We're not one of those teams that we're going to be like, oh, we need everything paid for, we want land, we want food, we want everything. It wasn't the fact that we didn't get that, it's the fact that we were promised that and then we didn't get it. If he said, we'll pay for your tickets and that's it, we were going, fine, we'll pay for your tickets and we'll get the hotel. But the fact he kind of promised us everything and then gave us not much at all, that was the annoying thing. And because it was so close to land, we had to pay for everything so late and we had to be sleeping on the floor and stuff. It's not ideal, but hopefully that'll be rectified and we can move on with it.
Well, would you say that perhaps impacted on your performance of this event? I mean, you know, if the preparation isn't ideal, did that translate in the games?
I think it's easy to point the finger and say this excuse is literally I could sit here and just name 20 excuses, but at the end of the day, it's just an excuse. And I was the only one sleeping on the floor, and I was fine in all honesty. So no, I can't really blame Chef for our final place, and I wouldn't say it impacted that much. Though.
So what would you say was the difference this time around? Because obviously you had a good run, you've been in a few finals, looking good, you were one of the favourites for this event.
Yeah.
And all things considered, I imagine you were a little bit disappointed with where you placed.
No, we're actually not. Well, obviously I think I-41 was going to be a one-off. We will never do that well again. And then Epic LAN was average. I mean, as in the last one.
Yeah.
And then you go on to the next I-Series where we didn't do that well at all. Really, we finished 7th to 8th. And I think we probably did better at this event than the previous I-Series. Like we beat GLG. We didn't lose to Aki's team, which was a bit of a relief because if we lost to him, it would have been awful. We gave Rasta what hopefully will be the closest game of the LAN.
Yeah.
You know, we took him to overtime and we gave him a really good game on season as well, which we're not that familiar with. So we're actually quite happy, and I think Bowser's team had one of those LANs, like we had at I-41, where they're just on it.
Massively punched above their weight, which of course in Bowser's case is considerable. So.
Yeah. So they were just hitting the shots, and they really deserved it. I'm not going to throw excuses out as to why we lost to them because they were better on the day, and that's pretty much it.
Well, I want to ask sort of a few questions about the people you came up against at this event. For me, it was really strange. It was like there wasn't a lot of teams, a lot of mixes, and yet it kind of seemed to be a lot more competitive than I thought it would be. I mean, what's your take on sort of the lay of the land with the UK scene? You played a lot of good teams here. Who would you say stood out for you as being good?
Well, Bowser's team.
Yeah.
Ben from Bowser's team was very good when we played him. We were really impressed with him. I don't know who else we. Aki's team gave us a close game on when we played them on train in the groups. I don't know who else did we play. GLG.
Yeah, a wonderful blur, hasn't it?
Well, GLG, we had two really close maps against them. One round goes another way, and we could have gone out in like 8th position or something. Yeah. So, everyone was really, really good. I much prefer the competition at Epic LAN compared to I-Series with the best of 3, because groups is really good. We played in our group. We had 2 teams that are just fun teams that are going to turn up and you 16-0 them. Everyone else you have to concentrate, and it's actually a really good game. So yeah, really enjoyed Epic LAN, just like we did the last one as well.
Well, I'll come back to the point you made about Aki's team. We did interview Aki, and it hasn't gone up on the website yet because we sort of filmed it. And it was just like 2 silhouettes talking because we didn't turn the lights on.
Okay.
But we hadn't put the audio up, and he was talking a bit about his removal from the team and how he was the MVP according to everyone outside of it, and it was very confusing for him to be sort of removed. He didn't know if it was, and he said it's never been cleared up for him. That's his take on it. I mean, what was the decision behind sort of removing Aki from the team when you look to have a very good thing going and a very solid unit?
Well, it was a hard decision. It wasn't something which one day we went, let's just get rid of Aki and he was out. We actually thought about it, and it was a matter of the trade-off in what you get in Jamie compared to Aki, and we thought Aki, unbelievable fragger. If he's got an AWP and someone's in front of him, he'll kill him. It's as simple as that. And then whereas Jamie is really good tactically, and he'll sort of do the right thing in the right position.
Yeah.
And until we made the switch, we didn't know if it would be a good one. We could turn up to LAN and no one could have been fragging it. It would be like, oh, we might have really missed him. But I think we've done okay without him. Mm. And the trade-off has seemed to have gone well. But it was that trade-off of, because Aki's literally probably the best aimer I've ever played with in terms of raw aim, hitting shots with an AWP. It's why he won MVP. But we didn't particularly need that. We've got Deb, we've got Tucker, we've got Danny, and they can all really frag. We need a tactical mind in the team, especially now I don't play as much. Like I don't really know the sort of trends in tactics and stuff like that. So whereas Jamie's really switched on, he's got all the smokes and everything. You know what he's like.
We've heard about that.
We've heard about the smokes. So yeah, it was all about the trade-off. They're two completely different players, but we're really pleased with Jamie's performance. Yeah. And we're all friends with Aki, and he knows it's not personal. It was just that trade-off we thought we could do with something else in the team.
Well, last two questions. The first, but both of them on a similar theme. But the first is, of course, about your future, going back to university, being a lad, putting it about as you're known for. Means you're not going to be able to play as much. Apparently, does that mean you're going to be leaving the team, or?
We don't know. Until it happens, I don't know, because I've got university, and much like my first year, I'm back in halls. Halls, they block source completely. I could maybe get it blocked if I really, went in there and tried as hard as I can. I heard Critical got it unblocked because he said...
Threatened to sue them, that's what he said.
I don't know, someone told me he said his nan was dying, and he tried to webcam to her or something. I could just make up some bullshit excuse like that to get forced and but I can't really be bothered. So
they were in the same World of Warcraft guild, I think it was. I think that's how he got around it.
Oh dear. So I don't know. It might turn up that I literally don't play Source for like 3 months. Turn up to I-Series is what happened. It might turn out that they want to play a bit more Source and they get someone else, which I wouldn't hold against them at all. I honestly wouldn't at all. But we don't. Until the time comes, we don't know what's going to happen. But I won't be attending the next I-Series with the team because I've got to go back to uni.
Okay. And then the final question is kind of what's the future for the team as a whole? Because, I would say there's an element of confusion. You've got maybe players coming and going, or issues within the organisation, perhaps. Yeah. I know you guys have been really unlucky. You had the In Control fiasco and everything else. What are you guys thinking right now? Is it ride it out with TLR? Is that an option? Or what's happening?
I think it's a case of riding it out with TLR. I think they know what kind of team we are. We're a team of friends that just want to play the game, and if we turn up to LAN and do well, we do well. And Chef was okay with our LAN place in this LAN. He was a solid place, and he said it was okay. And if we went into another organisation, we don't want to move organisations because we know exactly what we're going to get. Well, we thought we knew. He knows what he's going to get from us. He knows that we're just up for a laugh. And if we join a more serious org that says you got to do this, and this, it wouldn't work for us. So we'll stick with TLR. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Oh yeah, well, thanks for taking the time as well to listen. Have a safe journey home.
I do.
And to all the people out there, stay tuned to the website where we are going to have more video interviews when we can upload them, and rest of the content coming here from Epic 6.